have to look round the box to make sure it actually goes green.
Yeah?
Because the box is in the way of the screen.
Yeah?
I look round the box.
Because it's so big.
Because it's so big. Good. It's really weird being sitting at home. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon for another Liam and Joe show. And now for something a little bit different. Before we jump into it, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons first. Look at the size of it, Joe. Yeah. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. We have a magical box here, right? We have a magical Weta Workshop box. If you guys aren't aware, Weta Workshop is the workshop which I think was founded by Peter Jackson, if I remember rightly.
It was. It was created exclusively for Lord of the Rings.
For Lord of the Rings, and they did all the modelling for all the Lord of the Rings stuff, including using and making and using models that were used in the film. So there was filming that they've done on some of their models, and they are stunning. I have Gandalf at home.
Gandalf!
That I got from Weta Workshop, which is beautiful. And what has been temporarily loaned to the channel, both for unboxing and potentially for hobby house usage in the early stages, is this beautiful beast right here. We were recently, if you've seen it on Instagram, we were recently loaned Abaddon, the Despoiler, which has got Joe semi-erect. And he comes in every time and touches it. And then this one's now turned up as well.
Yeah.
So thank you to the wonderful human being who doesn't want to be named, who's decided to do this for us, as well as Abaddon. It's incredible. So when you turn up to Hobby House when it opens, you'll get to see a Weta Workshop Abaddon and a Weta Workshop TITUS, and they'll be in hopefully fancy stands and cases so you can't touch them with your horrible greasy fingers. Right? I've seen it, don't you worry. The box is massive.
That's funny, I know.
Because these statues from Weta Workshop, these scale figures, are 1/6 scale. So if you think about the scale of a Space Marine, this is 1/6 the scale of a Space Marine.
Yeah.
So they're rather large.
It's like his leg.
And Joe and I have decided that it would be exciting, fun and interesting to unbox this live on stream.
Yeah.
But it also could be a challenge.
Yeah. Slow news day today.
Yes, a little bit. A little bit. So, well, there's stuff we could have talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a great topic, but the guys tell me I'd sound like a complete arsehole.
We can talk about your topic afterwards. What's your topic, Joe? What's your topic that'll make you sound like an arsehole? Because it makes a change for you to make yourself sound like an arsehole rather than me to.
I thought it would be a really good... I'd have to wear many hats in this discussion.
Okay.
You know, coming from different sides.
Yeah.
It's who... Right. People will assume I'm taking a little bit of a piss out of us.
That's exactly what I assumed. That's exactly what I assumed straight away.
But it's not. It's not aimed at them, right? At all. It's whose job is it to teach people to play Warhammer?
Yeah, okay.
And I think the title is evocative in itself, right?
Okay.
But I think it's quite layered, you know? I mean, go into it later.
We can go into it later. In the meantime, we're going to start getting this thing opened.
Yeah.
Which, if I remember,
Should we spin it for the people?
Yeah,
like
spin it around for the people.
Tag.
If you haven't done these, they're normally quite tolerance fit to protect them because they obviously come from abroad.
Do you know what that symbol reminds me of?
Ultramarines, toilets.
Ultramarine. Did you get offered the fancy Space Marine chair?
No.
Mikey got one.
No.
Why didn't you get one?
I don't know, but I'm getting codexes and he's not, so I know which way around I'd rather have it. I mean,
I'm trying to convince him to come tomorrow.
You asked the question, Joe.
I know, but you could have answered it anyway. I was like, could have said anything. But I love you, Mikey. Please come tomorrow.
Yeah, I love Mikey too. I
Not
think
that he
he's
probably
wonderful.
watches.
I think he's a wonderful human being.
Is this? Oh
my god.
Oh, it's got a flap.
Oh my god, it's got a flap.
Oh, this answers the question.
Joe's inside the box now.
Yeah. There's a picture.
Not the only box he's been inside. Wee.
Get your flaps out.
This is the best way a stream will look.
Yeah.
What does it say? I can't read it from here, Joe.
It's a picture of alternate TITUS. He's got a hammer, right? And like the different weapon options. And there's a bunch of nerds like touching stuff and looking at stuff provocatively.
Right, okay. Beautiful, new presenter. TITUS is going to take up our other dolly now for a while until we get Hobby House built.
We need to get like some fancy plinths. Like the plinths, the microphones are on. I thought we could just put them over there for the podcast. The little tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could. Just
put them on there.
They're going to be in Hobby House, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Flip it towards you, I think. Or you want to do it this way?
I think open it sideways.
Now,
Just slide it out.
I'm going to
Gentle.
apologise for the noise of polystyrene right now.
Just make sure it doesn't go off in your hair.
Just make sure it doesn't. Not really a Joe problem.
Well,
Go to. Which do we think? This has got to be the top, Joe, right?
not a great pull-out game.
That's got to be the top this way.
It says
round.
up.
Yeah.
Here is a knife I prepared earlier.
You're very excited about this, aren't
I am
you?
very-
This is the most active I've seen you about anything like this ever.
I fucking love Space Marine 2.
You do.
Me and Mr. the Hipster play all the time. We've been talking. We're very excited for Horde mode, which hopefully will get announced at Skulls.
And inside, a new dishwasher.
Although apparently,
Now, one thing I want to get out, I want to make this very clear, very, very quickly, right? This has in fact been donated to us. This has cost us not a penny, apart from our time to open and unbox it. So when you lot are gifting mad memberships to support Joe's wage, to support the cost of the channel's studio, etc., 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 we haven't gone, thanks for all that, we're buying Titus. That's not happened. It has in fact gone on the studio and Joe's wages, etc.
should we get lobster for lunch?
No, it's expensive.
It makes me feel like thinking about lobsters.
And what's also interesting about these things is they don't come with instructions as to how to build them.
Apparently they do, and we just missed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
A man.
A man who also has one.
Yeah. Oh, a plinth. Look, we've got a head holder. A holder for the head.
I have a Thunderhammer, Joe.
Yeah? That's cool, isn't it?
The detail of these things is mad, isn't it?
It is insane. I fucking... What's this? That's tiny.
Your penis?
Oh, rude. It's the blade for a chainsaw.
Oh, maybe you get both options.
Maybe.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's quite big.
I'm going to get the big empty box.
Should we give people measurements? For the turbo nerds at home. His Thunderham, his piece, his weapon,
Of ass destruction.
17 inches. Boom. Quite big, isn't it?
It is massive. I've seen that on a different video.
Yeah? There's a whole category for that.
There is, yeah.
It comes in a lot of pieces, actually.
It comes in pints.
I thought we're taking a lot more care over this than when we did Abaddon.
No, we're not.
We just tore at Abaddon like wild beasts.
I'm taking the same amount of care.
Ooh.
You tore Abaddon like a wild. What the fuck is that? Is that for his weapon?
It's not
His weapon.
Must be. It's got all the bits. Maybe it's for this.
I don't think it's for that, mate. I'm going to
It's
be
like a Jurassic Park display.
The detail is quite impressive, Joe. I don't think it's blood for the blood god that they've used.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's his pouches and flap.
Can't believe they sent you a dirty Thunderhammer. Thank you, Kaz, for the 2. Thank you for the first super chat of the day.
Yeah.
I can believe.
There's probably a page on that the Urban Dictionary.
A dirty Thunderhammer.
Dirty Thunderhammer. In a club last night, got a dirty Thunderhammer.
There's lots of Tyranid bits here.
More. Is this extra goo chainsaw?
Oh, it looks like extra good. There's a lot more options. Abaddon didn't come with any options, did he?
Yeah, but he
We
is
used every part, didn't we?
much larger.
Well, they're both 1/6 scale.
Yeah, but 1/6 scale of a man in Terminator or 1/6 scale of a man in Primera Space Marine armor. It's not both the same size, are they?
I think this is the bit that you want for your Lady McBladesons.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's where the Lady McBladesons go.
Oh, you want the gore, don't you? You want it
Do you
fucking.
though?
You want the splatter. Like you're mid execution. Oh, because it goes inside. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Maybe that goes in there.
Yeah, that's got to be 4.
Yeah. Done.
We need to cut this other bit. You've got the knife. You're the man with the blade.
Yeah. No one's donating us any money, Liam. It's because they think we spent it all on this.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fine. I don't mind. I'm in a good mood today, Joe. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll sort that out, don't worry.
I'll be less beggy. I'm less beggy in a good mood.
Well, I guess the begging gets you in a good mood at home, doesn't it?
In what way?
Like, you know, 10 no's and a yes.
10 no's equals a yes, or 10 no's and a yes?
And a yes.
Right,
Not equals. That'll land you in trouble, won't it?
And chat, whilst we're here, we're also, if you are unaware and you are able to, we're also having a big get-together tomorrow at Warhammer World. We have approximately 70 people that have filled in the event registration form to come tomorrow to Warhammer World and hang out for a day. So I'm going to be getting there around 10ish, depending on how much I'm able to drag my carcass out of bed in the morning. Joe's going to be getting there around 10. Well, he needs to be there around 10 because he's organised the whole thing.
Well, you say organised, it's more of a day.
No, don't. You said you'd organise it for the
I said that
250 members or whatever it was.
I'd organised the idea of being there.
Yeah, all right, okay.
You know, and
okay.
And I've actualised that idea.
Actualised it?
Yeah.
That's not a word.
It is, actually.
That's fucking heavy.
Yeah, so's your mum. But
Wow. Wow, that's the day we're having.
But yeah, so we're just turning up. 18 tables are booked.
Really fucking heavy, Joe.
But I've got some masking tape today, so I can cut them in half because we're going to have 1,000-point games. 1,000 points of just turn up, play games. It's not a tournament. It's not organised play. We're just get a table and get on with it kind of job, right? You can play. You can have a four-way. You can have like a tag team situation. You could have pairs, doubles. Right? And then if it's doubles or four-way, you just have the whole table. If it's 1 versus 1, you just have half the table, right? And you just do it that way.
I'm going to be honest with you, this is much easier doing this on the table than when we did it last time on the floor.
And yeah, and it's just a case of just play. I'll be there, Liam will be there, people there, and we're just talking, chatting, having some.
I'm looking forward. I like Warhammer World. The only thing I'm sad about is Bugman's is closed.
Bugman's is closed.
Because I do like to spend a significant amount of time sat in Bugman's doing fuck all, drinking coffee and chatting nonsense.
Yeah, but we'll be in the hall. We do accept donations.
Have they
in the form of Hierophants?
Magnetised it again, do you think?
Maybe put that on after his feet are on.
How about you're not doing anything, stood there?
Well,
so
I'm
shut
talking about the day that I've had to organise.
I thought you haven't organised it.
I've actualised. And yeah, don't expect me to like be a lord of ceremonies over your game. You know, just to get together.
In the meantime, Knox has gifted us 5 memberships.
Thank you, Knox. I hope that next time you're in B&M or Home Bargains, they've got Warhammer toys in there, like the game, like the TITUS models or the ones from. One foot goes there, and then the other foot goes there.
Who put this on?
Yeah, that's why I said put it on afterwards.
You're such a fucking idiot. Why'd you put that on first?
And yeah.
I don't like to force things when they're this expensive, and they don't belong to me.
Yeah. Ownership is 9/10 of the law.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Right, Jay, do you want to start loading up the rest of the bits?
Put his bum flap on.
Yeah. Put his bum flap on. Thank you, SJ, for the 5. Love me a nice pair of TITUS's. Me too. I don't get to see them very often.
Yeah. That's what. Why you're happy today?
No.
Oh.
Oh, God, no.
Is that because you went on a motorbike?
It's not my fucking birthday, mate. I did go on a motorbike today.
It's not Father's Day.
Yeah. It's not my birthday today or the anniversary. Also,
right?
if you ever get your hands on anything Weta Workshop related,
it's incredible, isn't
the
it?
detail they put on it is absolutely insane.
In the membrane.
I have a Weta Workshop Gandalf the White at home.
Gandalf.
And
Yeah,
honestly, when I got it, I genuinely considered falling down the rabbit hole of collecting. Where does his head go?
Forwards.
That way. Of collecting Weta statues, but they are quite expensive.
The Inquisition thing on it.
They're quite expensive, so I couldn't. But they are supremely impressive. Looks on.
Supremely impressive Tituses.
They're just impressive in general, aren't they? They're so nice. They're so detailed. The Weta Abaddon statue, the detail on the head and face, it's like Ian McKellen's in my house.
Yeah? I had a poster of Ian McKellen on my wall when I was a teenager.
Naked?
No, it's clothes on. But my mum did form an opinion of me.
Oh, I think their helmet might be cooler than the face, though. To be fair.
The helmet is cool. In the game, I have the helmet on.
And they magnetise this shit, right?
Well, how is his leg going? Going outwards like that? No. Just gonna keep turning. How many legs this guy got? Boom. Nearly there.
I think we're safe to remove this piece of polystyrene.
Little widow arm. The magnets on this are well good.
They are good at that.
It's like the magnets you use to put Magnus in your tray.
Yeah, the reason why I keep pulling them off the base every time I take them out.
Yeah. Little leggies. Where do you go? We've got to turn him around for the big reveal.
It's heavy, isn't it? I feel like something should go there.
That. We should look to the picture.
Nah, this is more fun.
They gave one of these to the winner of the ITC last year.
Did they?
Yeah. So I remember seeing a picture of Manny with it. It has to be the Thunderhammer, doesn't it? Has to be. How are we holding this?
Like that.
Did that without looking at the hole.
Did it make you nervous when you put that on?
Yeah.
There you go.
Then you could turn it around. Boom!
And now we can just sit here in silence for about an hour
Yeah.
and look at Titus.
He is smaller than Abaddon.
He's a lot smaller than Abaddon.
Well,
Actually, he's not that much smaller than Abaddon. To be fair.
Do you reckon you could lift Abaddon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think I put him there?
Yeah, that's true. Do a side by side then?
We could. Oh, I don't want to pick him up on stream.
No?
No, because that's when it all goes wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We could, I say we could put him on the same one. We'll just wheel that behind him, you know, and we'll just pull it back because we want to have like a forced perspective.
Why have you got me doing this live now?
What? Because it's fun.
This is about as tall as the table, right? There's Abaddon, look. It's a little bit shorter.
He's a little bit... Oh, we could just slip him across, couldn't we?
Right. Because he's quite heavy.
Ow! That's my finger.
What about your fingers? What about Abaddon?
Boom! Look at that. That's hot.
Abaddon isn't actually that much bigger. Although
Yeah,
Titus is higher on-
Titus is on an extra few inches, isn't he?
Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life?
He's 3 inches off the ground. Titus is 7.5 inches off the ground.
So Abaddon's about 4 inches taller.
Yeah.
Ish. But his head is actually lower. His head's here.
He's firstborn, isn't he?
There you go.
There you go. That's great.
End of the show. Go get some steak.
But you're right, he does come with a few more options, doesn't he?
Yeah, Abaddon didn't get all these extra bits. Although, I'll be honest with you, so I think Titus is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And the base is incredible amounts of detail in comparison because you get the Tyranid on it as well.
Yeah.
So the base is very, very cool. The Tyranid is very, very cool. There's lots of skulls and detail around it, which I'm a big fan of.
How many of these did they make? 1,600 or something, wasn't it?
No, there's less.
14?
No, there's
16?
less. It's on the box.
It's somewhere between... It's 1,300 they made.
Yeah.
Which means that some poor bastard had to paint 1,300 Titus heads. That's a slow week, isn't it?
I want both of these myself to own personally now.
Yeah?
Yeah. So get gifted in chat.
There was a rumour, I heard somewhere, that an Eldrad was going to come at some point.
I won't be able to help myself on that one.
Yeah?
If it was an Eldrad or a Logan Grimnar, I'd be in trouble. I'd be in real danger.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I want a Hive Tyrant now.
That'd be pretty fucking large, though, surely, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Maybe a Warrior.
Yeah,
A
Warrior
probably
more
makes more
realistic.
sense.
There you go. That is the two. It's not the two only Weta Workshop Warhammer statues that they do. They do some other ones. There's a Loon King.
A Loon King, which was a curveball and a half.
Yeah, it was an odd one.
For AOS, I would have thought like a Stormcast would have been the first one.
Yeah.
But the Loon King does look banging.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah. If we go into this one, boop, there you go.
Boom.
Let's pivot him. Pivot. Fuck, he is really fucking heavy, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, they don't want him to blow over. You're spinning him the wrong way?
No, because I'm making his head face the camera, Joe.
Oh.
So, there you go. These are cool as shit. Celestine's out, yeah?
Oh, Celestine, yeah.
Yeah, she's out.
She's out. But the Purity Seals have actually got like proper writing on them as well.
Does it say words?
Yeah.
What does it say?
One says praise the Omnisire, which is Omniscia, which is weird.
Why?
I suppose if a tech priest has done his thing.
This is so good.
This suit of Mark 10 Tacticus Power Armor has undergone the 53 rites of...
It's not the writing that's the issue, Joe just can't read.
Sanctification under the supervision of Master of the Forge, Crack Scribus, and is certified fit for purpose.
It's so cool.
Re-sanctification rituals due within 72 hours of return to Chapter Armory. That's cool.
Kazara says there's a $399 one of Boromir in the Snowhold of the Ring. It looks insane.
Yeah.
I've ordered that one.
The italics in my not smart brain struggle through some of those words. Because it's so the letters are so small. If you have a look.
I have in fact ordered that Boromir, Kaz, to be fair.
The words are so small, I'm like, I have to guess what these words are.
I actually couldn't read it with my glasses, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I struggle without my glasses. The whole thing is written in actual words, though.
Yeah.
How do you write words that small?
Well, it's printed out. It's a transfer, I think.
Is it though?
Yeah, because there you can see where it's on the end there, where it's
Oh yeah,
the
the
sticker.
little bubble there.
But
Oh my god, it's so cool.
but they've all got it all over them. It is beautiful.
Ultramarines are cool. Them's his facts. Not quite Space Wolves cool, but they are cool.
Okay, so they've made them cooler.
But even things like the blood splatter is quite well done. Because often when you, I mean, obviously we're talking about a very big difference between like a £1,000 statue and people painting their own models. But often when people apply things like blood for the blood god, it's not done with any real thought. It's just kind of bang, flick, flick, flick. There we go, that'll do. Well, this is quite impressively done. Stamping on a Tyranid's mouth. Where does this arm get cut off from?
This side. He's missing his little arm. Got my little arm.
Right, I now need to get this out of the way
Why?
because it makes me nervous.
Why does it make you nervous?
Because it's just not mine, Joe. It doesn't belong to me.
Yeah. This is so stupid at doing it live.
It's fine.
So if it goes,
It won't go anywhere.
no,
No, I trust in you. You'll sacrifice your fingers for Abaddon.
I will. I
Right.
love him. Love him dearly.
So that's one for him. Whoop, 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 whoop. He's off now.
These were designed originally to put armies on during stream.
Yeah, no, they've been commandeered for Weta statues. And then they sit there out of the way. And then he can come into the middle, look. Because otherwise the stream title won't make sense to anyone who joins randomly.
Yeah.
Like that. We can sit and chat on. Squeaky bum time, 100%, Kev. It makes me nervous because like the generosity for people to lend this to us is insane. And the generosity, like, one of the things we're taking back tomorrow is Dats and Dez's Death Guard army that he lent to us.
Yeah.
Which he messaged me and he said, it's a tabletop tournament army, like, it's fine, it breaks, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, that's not how that works. It's someone else's army. His head needs to be by the centre of the, oh, wrong way, by the centre of the, there we go, like that. it's someone else's army. It makes me nervous. I can't relax until that thing's out of my studio.
Yeah.
Despite the fact it turned up and nothing was broken.
Yeah.
But it makes me nervous.
Let's go back broken though.
Huh?
On the side of the M1 tomorrow, it'll be booted.
Yeah, it's going in Joe's car tonight, so it can go back up to Warhammer tomorrow and be given back to Ray, and it makes me very happy. So, wife wants to know how much was these models. I'll tell you, War Boss Benny. I'll go to the Weta website. Just don't tell my wife how much the Gandalf and Boromir ones cost. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to do something. The person who take me to the rest of the world. The person who donated these to the cause is incredible, because what I wanted to do for Hobby House was create an experience where people could turn up and play and enjoy themselves. And we're never going to be building a Warhammer World exhibition. So tomorrow we're going to Warhammer. We told you this, right? We're going to be building a Warhammer World. I'm going to go see the exhibition, because the exhibition is fucking incredible. And the exhibition is like 6 different rooms throughout the different stages of Warhammer, shows all the old stuff, new stuff. It's got big dioramas, it's amazing. And I'd like to do the odd 1 or 2 dioramas. I think letting Joe loose on making a diorama is something that we should absolutely be doing.
In my garage is 3 or 4 boxes of Osgiliath terrain.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to make dioramas. This might be too much, so I've not mentioned this to you before, but I'd like to make dioramas where you can lift the models off of the diorama and let people play on the table.
That's easy. You just put them on their bases.
Yeah, but they don't look. We'll talk about it more. Anyway, that's what I'd like to do. That'd be super cool. We don't have the space to do.
Well, the idea is that your dioramas are quite small. They're like 2 by 4, and then you have display tables that people can play on.
Yeah. My cable's being weird. I'm going to click onto here. Yeah. So, but we don't have the space to do a full-blown exhibition. So I thought stuff that would be cool would be I bought Gandalf originally. He's in the display cabinet behind me on my Talking Head shows, and I bought him to put on display at Hobby House.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to the man on this. I said, one thing I really want is there's a guy on Etsy who does a full-size heavy bolter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's like 500 quid.
Oh, that's a lot.
But part of me is like, as you're saying, you could take it to the park and fire tennis balls out of it for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So brilliant.
Out
Abaddon the Despoiler. So these are limited edition as well. Remember that they're limited edition. There's only a certain number made.
Yeah.
So if I go to the Abaddon the Despoiler on the Weta Workshop website, he says as it loads, it is £1,415.52, excluding applicable taxes. So I imagine you have to add VAT to that at least. Yeah. And then you'll have to do import duty and postage, and that's not going to be cheap either.
Yeah.
But the Abaddon is limited to 1 of 700 worldwide.
Yeah.
Right? Which is insane. This guy is limited to 1 of 1,300 worldwide. He's not quite as expensive, but he's not far off. Titus is £1,042.82, excluding applicable taxes.
Okay.
But you can, Joe, if you wanted to, do a 6 instalment payment plan, which would work out at £156 per
There
installment.
is a kind of smaller version where if you get the Space Marine 2 limited edition box set, it comes with a statue. It's about that big and about that tall, and it's like Titus bursting out like a big red pool holding a Hormagaunt by the throat.
It's not this, though, is it?
I mean, it's not that, no, but
This is
for normals people, that's probably the closest you're going to get, I think.
I want each of them for myself now. I'm very sad.
Well,
I'm very happy, but very sad at the same time.
Where'd it go in your house?
I wouldn't. It would live in here. You could do Abaddon for
What you need is them on a dumbwaiter.
on a what?
On the in your oldie timey houses where they put the food into the wall and then they press the button and it like lift up.
Yeah.
So what you need is the display case is also a dumbwaiter. So downstairs and you press a button and it just goes boop and then raises up in here.
They're so incredible.
And then you can have it on any floor.
If you pre-order Saint Celestine, she is £143 in 7 payments and £335 in the first payment.
I bet she's quite big though. She's got an impressive wingspan.
She's actually an incredibly looking model as well. Oh my.
I mean, they're not going to be bad models, are they? Really?
Well, no, you'd like to think they're not when she's £1,340 excluding applicable taxes.
Yeah.
She is.
But I like the idea for like when people come to Hobby House, there are things like this, things like Titans on display, like the Thunderhawks, like will get painted.
Oh, were they?
Mine. So the problem is now I'm in trouble now because I was going to paint mine black.
Why? What for? Raven Guard.
Raven Guard.
Okay.
And it would suit really, really nicely for Horus Heresy as well, because it's like for 2 game systems. The part of me also wants to paint it dark green. That's big, isn't it? Assuming that's a full-size man stood behind that.
That is a full-size man.
Not a hobbit.
Yeah. It's quite big.
Yeah.
It looks bigger than. Yeah.
I imagine she, size-wise, would be smaller than Titus.
But the model's bigger because she's in flight.
Yeah.
Which is cool. There you go. I don't know what else to talk about now. I envisage this taking us a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
But yeah, we could you get the little one. I like the idea of having in Hobby House like the full-size heavy bolter, full-size helmets. Like helmets, like one for every legion, the wearable
that'd be
ones.
cool. I'd be into that.
I've got that Warhound that you gave me.
I want a Hobby House to be a hobby experience.
That you broke, and then you're like, I don't want it anymore. It's yours.
There's more to that than I'll dig into right now. But go on.
I know. But you were like, I dropped it.
I did drop it.
No.
No.
Oh. I mean, it wasn't happy.
It was yes.
It's currently in a bucket in my garage.
Yes.
Right. And I will get around to rebuilding it, repainting it, rebasing it, because I want to be able to use it. The Thunderhawk, I have to make the decision on black or dark green.
Maybe the person who gifted it you should be allowed to decide.
Yeah.
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 That's a good idea. Because it started off.
It goes blue.
It started off being red.
Did it?
Yeah.
For flesh tearers.
The flesh tearers, and then Games Workshop killed them.
Mine's getting painted Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting it into Lee?
I've got it back built.
Yeah.
It's on top of my. It's on top of
But
my
you're going to
bookcase.
give it to Lee to do?
No.
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 Oh.
No, it's going to be painted my Space Wolf colours.
Yeah. So yours is going to be as unpainted for as long as mine currently.
Currently, yeah. Well, considering we've got them at the same time, it already has been, yeah.
It's a race to see who can get it done first.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a stream. Maybe I do a marathon stream. That's an idea.
A marathon stream.
A marathon stream of painting the Thunderhawk.
What I'd like to do one day is get you set up with a camera in your house.
Yeah. I bought a camera and I got a microphone.
Good ones?
Yeah, it's like I've got like a Sony camera. Oh, what's it called? A Sony.
If it's not
It's got a lens on it, and it's got a little flappy bit on the back.
A7, what's it called?
It's like it was like a Sony vlogging camera or something on the box.
I need to see it.
I don't know. What do we do?
A7 III?
Show me?
It's like these ones.
No, it's not one of these ones.
Oh, so it's probably not good enough then.
I mean, it's all right.
I'm not saying it's not all right.
I mean, it'll do.
I'm just very fussy, Joe.
I know.
I just
Well, technically, I do need 2 cameras. That's the thing.
what we need to do.
Because I've got one camera to in my face.
Yeah.
Or my forehead, depending on when I'm doing
Because what
it.
we can do, in seriousness, if you're interested, is we could set up at your desk a streaming setup for painting,
Yeah.
right? And then in the daytimes when you're painting, you could stream to the Twitch channel that doesn't currently get used because it doesn't fuck our algorithm.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then in an evening channel, we carry on with the normal shows.
Yeah. Sounds an idea.
We could. We could.
And do I have to be dressed? Sometimes, though. Some days, though, I won't be able to stream on it.
Why? Oh, because
there's things that I paint that I can't show.
Yeah.
But I suppose if I get stuff and I've not finished painting it, I can then paint it once the NDA's up.
Who is playing tonight? What armies? Joe is playing with Thousand Suns tonight.
Yeah.
As he's trying to become the Lord of Chaos. And he was originally playing Adam, but Adam's had to drop last minute. But thankfully, Dan's coming in, who's played AOS on the channel before, and he's bringing his knights.
I was trying very, very hard to get Dan to play Age of Sigmar, but his Skaven army's not ready yet. because he's only played Iron Jaws on the channel because that's Silver Army.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to do Skaven, but Skaven Army's not ready. But when it is ready...
I did offer you instead the chance to drive home and vag instead.
I know. But I'm staying at Dan's house tonight.
Yeah. Well, you just stayed at your own house.
So I'd have to stay at my own house and have a longer drive tomorrow.
Is it much longer from your house to Warhammer World?
So from my house, it's about 3.5 hours. From Dan's, it's about 2.
Okay.
So
from mine, it's about 3.
Actually, no, I think it's closer to 4 hours now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean now?
From my house, it used to be 3.5 when I lived in like Melksham.
Okay.
But obviously I live further away now.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well,
technically.
So you've saved yourself 2 hours, but you could have vagged all night.
I mean, yeah.
To be fair, I only did that when it was like Adam had dropped last minute. I was like, "There's no way we're going to fill this spot."
But you were like, "Oh, you can drive home after the Liam and Joe show," and I'm like, "Means I've got to drive to the studio and back again."
You claim more fuel.
Well, it's the same, isn't it? It's the same fuel. I'd still be driving here and then back again. But I was like, if I'd stayed at home, I could have just painted. Could have got my Inner Circle companions done.
You could have done, yeah. But I thought you might want to be involved with this, Joe.
Yeah, I'm glad I was. He's very pretty. I want to know what gold they use. They got really nice gold weathering technique I like on their stuff.
It is fucking gorgeous.
Like they've got a really nice kind of flaked gold. I want to know how to do it.
Oh, so good. The Weta statues. If you have the disposable and you've thought about getting a little collectible thing from Weta,
yeah.
And I'm not talking about necessarily £1,400 Space Marines, right? But the actual like little collectibles that are available. There's some that are a few £100s.
The helmets are good. Didn't you order all 3 helmets, but only one's turned up?
I've got the Berserker one coming and another one, which I can't remember what it is.
I think it's an Ultramarine.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But they're very, very impressive. And I've got Gandalf, like I said, behind me in an IKEA display cabinet. And I need to adjust the display cabinet to make Boromir fit. And there's a strong likelihood they stay at home rather than come into Hobby House.
I want to collect all the toys, the
JoyToys?
toy ones.
Oh, I got your High Marshal Helbrecht.
Did you?
Yeah, he turned up the other day. Yesterday.
Did you get it for me or did you get it for yourself and then you're like, I've got cool stuff now?
I got it for you when I handed you over the Black Templars.
Oh, okay.
But
can you get me the Imperial Knight?
If I'd have got it for me, it would have been turned up a long time ago, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How much is the Imperial Knight? You know how much the Imperial Knight is? I got Helbrecht on a bit of a deal, so hopefully it's a real one.
Yeah.
I got him on a bit of a cheap one.
Was this one of those ones like Facebook advertised you the Timu one?
No, it's not Teamy. It's official. Yeah. It's a proper JoyToy box. It looks like every other JoyToy I've had.
Okay.
But
because some of the JoyToys
I don't like paying
some of the
JoyToys
I'm a bit like meh. Like, I don't really want like a random JoyToy Mark III Space Marine. That's just like boring.
The problem is when I start collecting stuff, the problem I have is I'm a completionist, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I've now got Boromir and Gandalf. Do you know how many fucking Lord of the Rings statues Weta make?
Lots. Yeah.
Lots of them.
I think if I was going to do a JoyToy stuff, because we've got JoyToy Dante and now Helbrecht. Do they do an Azrael?
JoyToy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do like a Dark Angel one.
I've got Ragnar at home.
Yeah. I've got Ragnar. I'd probably do it like Azrael or the Lion. And then Abaddon.
They do Logan.
And then an Imperial Knight.
I want JoyToy Logan.
Because the Imperial Knight is massive.
He's expensive though, isn't he?
Yeah.
JoyToy.
You could probably get like, if you're like me who randomly just scrolls TikTok for an hour at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So my partner went to bed at midnight last night and I was like, yeah, I'll go to bed now. And I just led there on the sofa, just scrolling through TikTok videos of animals and stuff.
I like a good TikTok.
And then every once in a while, you come up because it knows my algorithm is like you like Warhammer. It shows me some Chinese.
New arrivals. I don't know if they might have jumped the gun here a little bit.
Yeah.
New arrivals. Iron Warriors, Tyrant Siege, Terminator.
Oh, they're
squad.
already a 4-yard unit.
Iron Warriors Mark III Tactical Squad.
Yeah.
That might be. There might be a reason why Mark III Tacticals are coming out now.
Oh no, we've already got the Mark III Tacticals.
Have we?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they were in the last box set. Is that Krieg?
There's Krieg.
Yeah.
Kriegers.
The engineers.
Coming soon.
What's coming?
Constantine Valdor.
Oh. He'd be cool, wouldn't he?
Bestsellers. Angron, Demon Primarch of Khorne.
Yeah.
He's £142 though.
Oh.
Would you want a grey one to paint yourself?
That would be cool, wouldn't it, I think?
It'd be interesting. Sons of Horus, War Master Horus.
Oh, Horus would be cool.
He's on hot sale. Dark Angels, Primarch the Lion.
Yeah.
Space Wolves, Leman Russ. Warhammer the Horus Heresy.
New product pre-sale.
Look at that. Look at him.
He's got some luscious locks on him, isn't he?
He's a pretty boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he gets all this extra stuff, look. Shield, axe.
You're looking for the knight, though. Go find the knight.
I don't really care about the knight.
Come on.
I'm not really bothered by the knight. Oh, this website is slow, chat.
Just going.
They can't see what I'm looking at either.
No.
Shop.
It's
No, back.
it's less entertaining
Collection.
when it's just two men looking at an
Yeah,
iPad.
well, they're tough.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood today. They're
Yeah.
not ruining it for me, Joe. All right, I'm happy.
they're not getting in the way of our good time.
They're not going to spoil my happy mood.
Yeah.
I think it's partly because I'm going Warhammer tomorrow. I'm actually genuinely really looking forward to it.
I just think China or Japan. I think.
Oh, it's not as much as I thought it was.
They were like, by the way, we're making every single model you do, but big.
I mean, it won't load.
Or is it loading? Which one is that?
I'm just refreshing it. It's the Knight Paladin, it says.
Oh.
Is that what you wanted, the Knight?
Yeah.
The JoyToy figures are super cool. Ragnar is beautiful.
I just love toys.
I want to get a full set of helmets for Space Marine Command Squad for my new hobby room. Pure effort, but it will look banging. It will.
I
do
really like the full size helmets, but I don't know who does them.
If you find someone who does them at a reasonable price, Mr. Martin, let me know. And we might talk to him for Hobby House and I might sort you out at the same time. Oh, why has it done this now?
I don't know.
It's being really weird.
Is it because you're doing it on an iPad?
No, I'm doing it via Google Chrome, Joe, so it shouldn't make any difference, should it?
I don't know.
Paladin. Yeah, I've actually clicked on it this time as well.
Have you clicked on it twice?
Like checking my list. Yeah. £262.36.
What's its height? Has it got a measurement on it?
It's actually really fucking cool, by the way.
It's awesome.
There's a lot of detail on that.
How big is it?
Should we chin off 40k and just do JoyToy scale Warhammer?
There is a lady that does the JoyToy box openings on the internet. She
Package-
doesn't have as many followers as I thought she would, though.
Product dimensions 53.7 centimeters by 44.4 by 44.8.
53. So it's basic 53. So it's 21 inches. So it's actually taller than TITUS.
It's actually really nice, and it comes with a little goober.
A goober,
Little manlet.
a little
Pilot man.
A little pilot man.
That's fucking sick.
I want Games Workshop to do more pilots for nights. My chair is just turning.
Just fucking off. It's. I wonder if can you go
Do it.
do it now? No, I can't. No. Maybe if we have a really good month one month, I'll buy you a JoyToy Imperial Knight
Banging.
literally for you, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Can I get that in writing?
It's on stream, mate. Live. It's recorded.
Yeah, but you say that a lot of times. Oh, I bought that thing for you, and then later on, I didn't buy it for you.
No, that's not. That doesn't happen at all.
buy it for you.
No, often I buy things that you go, "That's for Joe," and I'm like, "It's not. It's for the studio." They're like, no, it's for Joe. I'm like, "No, it's not. It's for the studio, Joe." And then you get upset when you can't take it home and keep it. I'm like, "I did tell you it was for the studio." The grey, the Heresy Space Wolf stuff is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, the models are nice as well. The models look like that.
Oh what?
Like that. The models that we have here look like that, but unbuilt and unpaired.
It's £107 for a set of 5 Varaga Wolfguard Terminators. It's just not loading the images.
This
right
has just turned into Liam's shopping stream, isn't it?
This is just attended to Liam looking at all the things he can't afford.
Next time, well, in like a month's time, Liam would be essentially bankrupt because he's bought loads. And then you turn us into one of those shopping channels where you're like,
Just selling
phone now!
Selling it all off.
Yeah. Give you a very good price.
Very good, very nice. Do you think you can say that?
Yeah.
It's not loading the images. I don't know why. The JoyToy websites are a bit shit, actually.
Maybe.
Quite temperamental.
You could probably just Amazon them.
JoyToy is like, it's like budget Weta.
Hang on. If you just Google it. By the way, we don't care about this stream anymore. We've moved on from you. Hang on. Joy.
It's not wrong, chat.
Joy.
I'm going to go back and look at chat.
Night. Hang on.
What's chat got to say for themselves?
Paladin.
I'll be painting them myself, or that's the plan anyway. Oh, wow. That'd be cool. Val's image showed up on Reddit. He is huge compared to other custodies. Would be cool if we could open up a Knight or Titan and see inside. That'd be fucking super sick.
If you buy it,
they will come.
I think you buy it from the Warhammer merch website.
It's more expensive.
How much is it on there? How much? 200 and something quid, wasn't it? Right. If you buy it from Games Workshop, they slap a little bit of interest on it. It goes up to 660 quid.
So if you buy it on the game, the Knight, the Paladin.
Yeah. JoyToy, action figure, Imperial Knights.
So if you wait, what the fuck? So if you buy it on the JoyToy website, this is nonsense words.
Yeah.
Oh, I say I've gone back to the website. Maybe the tax is you actually get a website that fucking works.
Yeah.
So if I go back to page 1, Jojo, the Heresy Spacewall stuff has me intrigued, by the way, because it's the right colour scheme.
Yeah. If you buy it from Emporium of Cool, it's £500.
It's £262.36 from JoyToy Direct. But I can assume you'd have to pay import duty and VAT.
Yeah.
So VAT is 20%.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, right, get this, right?
All right.
On the JoyToy website, the Imperial Knight Paladin is showing as £262.36.
Yeah.
Shipping is £272.86.
They're sending on its own plane.
What the fuck? That's mad. So yeah, so at that point, it's like 600 quid.
Where's the factory?
Well, this is China, isn't it? Or Japan or something.
Do we know? Is there anyone in China nearby that can go and collect it for us?
We've figured out where that cost comes from.
Yeah.
Games Workshop, perhaps not that much of a rip-off. If you think VAT...
Yeah, but they're still putting 100 quid on it.
No. If the model is £262 and shipping is £270, that means 460, 530 quid. Add VAT at 20%.
Yeah.
To the 260, it's another 50 quid. It's actually about the same at that point.
Yeah, but Mr. Emporium of Cool in the UK, I accept. Oh, I accept it. You're going to get spammed.
This is my put pay to my JoyToy adventure chat. The cost of shipping.
He's only charging £504.
Is he? What a bargain!
Yeah.
What a bargain for a JoyToy.
We have to have a very, very good month. But it's cool as shit, though, isn't it?
How much is Lehman Russ's shipping?
£1 million.
$1 billion.
And a punch in the gizzard.
See, his shipping's 20 quid. For Lehman Russ.
I imagine he's considerably smaller. Like, how big is he? Where's my tape measure?
Where's my tape measure? 7.09 inches.
Yeah, so he's that tall.
Yeah,
so he's come in quite a small box.
He's coming the same
size
as Ragnar.
Compared to that. That comes in quite a large box. It's that tall, and I think you said like 17. Is that wide?
Don't come at me with your logic. I don't want to hear that.
So basically, we need someone who lives near-ish the studio.
Yeah.
So are we streaming Skulls? When's Skulls?
When's what?
Skulls.
What's Skulls?
Skulls is Games Workshop's like computer gaming day stream thing. Basically, for like an entire week, like all their games like 40 to 60% off.
Can we play New Heresy with just JoyToys? Look at how cool they are.
You've got those in models, and you looked at them, and you're like, nah.
I started building them.
Yeah? And then you're like, resin.
I fucking hate resin.
Is that why I'm probably going to end up doing your Space Wolf
This is
Heresy
why
Army?
I've already told you to do my Space Wolf Heresy Army. This is why my 40k Space Wolf Army I'll quite happily do, but my Heresy Space Wolf Army, that's a Joe problem.
Apparently Skulls is 5 p.m. today.
What? Is it?
I thought it was on the weekend.
Well, then no, we're not streaming it.
I mean, I'll watch it with my dinner.
Because we've got to have dinner and get ready for tonight's show.
Yeah, we watch that man from the telly. They've got a man, haven't they? Like a famous man. Famous in a loose term. Like he's famous to people that watch television during the day. I guess. You know?
Okay, all right, good.
Because like a lot of people now, I imagine, much like yourself, where we have shows that we watch on streaming services, nothing else really exists.
I don't really watch shows on streaming services. If I watch shows on streaming services, I watch repeats of shows I've already seen, pretty much. And then I watch YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube.
So like...
I watch a lot of YouTube.
So I don't really watch... So on YouTube, I watch Fix8 and Stod playing Call of Duty. every Wednesday I watch Mikey stream.
Why?
It's part of my routine now.
Just part of your superiority
I
complex.
just wake up, like make my breakfast, put Mikey on, and then eat my breakfast, and then just work with Mikey on.
I suppose if you've got him on, it's not going to distract you from working, is it?
Yeah. And we have a little chat. You know, I try and like get involved. You know. By the way, I'm here. I do what Eddie does sometimes. Hello.
Sharp like a goblin.
Yeah. And then I watch Rob. I watch Rob as well. Wargamer. Watch his stuff.
I like Rob, but I don't like how much he hates Games Workshop all the time.
The thing is though, he like when he's talking Old World and Age of Sigmar, because I do need to. I don't watch like the other one. What's it called? I want to say Jizz, but that's not it. Is it?
Jugs.
Jugs. Yeah.
Like Jizz, Jay. Yeah.
And
Jugs.
Jugs. I've never watched Jugs, but
Jugs is alright.
yeah, I watch it when I'm in bed at night with lights off. But I watch Square Based and I watch his AOS stuff, but I don't watch anything else. But that's it for YouTube. Otherwise, I just watch telly. Although I have now got Sky TV because it just came free with my broadband.
Oh.
So I just put that on. I just put the little puck they call it in the bedroom.
No, that's
Puck
cool.
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like a good puck in the bedroom.
Yeah, and so now I've started. Townsend's really into like Escape to the Country catchphrase.
I just watch
watch
reruns of On Top Gear.
Yeah.
Although I did this last weekend discover a newfound passion for watching MotoGP.
Isn't that like F1 but motorbikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not quite like F1 because there's actual overtaking and exciting moments and people
I
crashing.
thought it's just still people just going around in a circle.
I mean, in the basic premise of racing, Joe, is that people go around in circles, essentially. But with F1, it's like everyone takes off from the start line, there might be a crash, and then that's how it finishes 70 laps later.
I suppose motorcycles do have more crashes.
There's a lot more crashes. And I watched one from, I think it was in France, the last GP in France, and it was carnage because it was raining the whole time. It was mental. It was coming off left, right, and Charlie. It was great. So I have discovered a love for MotoGP, but otherwise I just watch YouTube. Honestly, I just watch YouTube.
I think the Americans, because they have a better version of F1 and MotoGP, and it's NASCAR. It's just an excuse to spend an entire day drinking and eating barbecue.
I don't hate NASCAR, but I like motorsports in general.
I like the idea.
I take the piss out of F1, but I like motorsports in general. Have you ever been to a motorsports event, like a big one?
No.
So we
oh no, I've been to rally.
Yeah, we can go like.
We just had this
BTCC is a great day out. It's fucking incredible. BTCC.
We used to have rallies. The Southwest Rally stage is like 10 minutes from my house.
Is it?
So like in the woods on Exmoor. But so all everyone would stay in Minehead. So when the stages were on, it'd be great just to go to Minehead to see all the rally cars.
Sounds cool.
Although watching rally is not exciting. Because once every 10 minutes, you're sat on a corner and a car goes, no, and there's nothing for 10 minutes.
I want to go to the Isle of Man TT.
Yeah.
Which is motorbike racing in normal roads and dangerous. I want to go that. I want to do that. I want to experience that.
It's like a faster version.
I don't want to do the Isle of Man ride because that's carnage. Because Isle of Man's got no speed limits.
Hasn't it?
No.
No. It's quite small though, isn't it?
Yeah. You can't get your speed up too much. Anyway, chat, you've been amazing so far. We are on 25 of the finest gifted memberships. Yeah. Mr. Cooney's just gifted 5. I'll go through that in a moment so we can get some hopes for you. But we're on 25. If you want to continue supporting the channel and continuing to support the work that we do here, including all of the streams, including all the new armies, models, Joe painting, Joe being fed, Joe having heating, Joe getting new clothes.
I don't need heating so much at the moment.
No, not quite now.
Summer.
But, if you want to support all those amazing things, gifting is probably the best way to do it, unless you're not a member. If you're a member, the best way to do it is to become a member of the channel. If you become a member of the channel, you get a range of benefits depending on what membership tier you pick. Skull tiers and above get access to Discord and a discount code for merchandise. Jarl tiers get a giveaway every single month, which is currently active. So if you're a Skull tier member or you've just been gifted a Skull tier membership and you upgrade for just £4, it gets you access to the giveaway every single month. Every single month we run a Jarl's giveaway. If you are a Jarl or above and you're in Discord, you can just click on the giveaway free of charge and you get to access it. And then at the end of the month, the last of the month, it pulls one of you at random, selects, it's a bot that does it all for us, so it's all completely random. It selects one of you and you get to win a combat patrol box or spearhead, but no one really plays AOS anymore, a combat patrol box of your choice. And we'll get that shipped to you free of charge in the UK. Or if you're in the US or places like Australia, what I do is I log onto the Games Workshop website, I see how much one of those boxes would cost, I wince, and then I buy you a voucher of equivalent value so you can pick which one you want.
Would it not make sense to get it, like if they're in America, to get it sent from War Game Portal?
Yeah, I can do. I give them the choice. I give them the choice. I let them pick whichever one they want. So that's the best way of supporting us is by being a member or getting memberships. We got Haskell's and we've got Thanes and we've got Aces, and Thanes get their own WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
Which when I made the Thanes WhatsApp chat, I was like, it's a bit of a shit benefit. I don't know what else I can do. And they fucking love it. And I'm like, it's a good benefit.
Yeah.
People really like the Thanes. Well, it's not even a WhatsApp chat. I lie to you. It's not a WhatsApp chat. Thanes is a WhatsApp community. There's a book club. There's Thanes Bingo. There's the Thanes TTS event that they're currently doing.
Tasteful nudes.
Yeah, there's feet pics. There's loads of Thanes. So if you want to become a Thane, that's another way of supporting us, you wonderful human beings.
I like that Cooney's watching us, because I was watching Cooney the other day.
I fucking love Chris.
Like Inception.
Chris is a wonderful human being. We like him dearly.
Yeah.
He's going to help me get to my 20 top 15 finishes.
That's nice. Cooney, can you help me? I need to get 4 wins on Big Boy. Yeah, carry me.
Yeah. Maybe sometime soon.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to jump into chat. I said thank you to Knox. We gave him a hope. And then I got distracted by shiny Titus. So, Maxwell, thank you for the $5. Gents, are there directions for this work of art assembly? I don't believe the person who told you there's instructions, because there's 2 boxes we've opened now and there's no instructions.
Apparently they're on the box. I think they're on the box. I don't know.
Call it bullshit.
It's just go like you go, I am a human, he's roughly human shaped. Where do your arms and legs go?
They're not particularly difficult to put together, are they? Let's be honest.
Like if you built a space room before, you could build him.
Coon, if you get him to top 15, 20 of them before me, I will disown you.
Nah. I just 4 wins. Well, not even wins, top 15, isn't it?
Top 15. Big boy, yeah. Top 15. They're bringing out Resurgence Casual.
Are they?
Yeah, in season 4.
It's going to be full of all the sweats.
Yeah, in season 4, Resurgence Casual.
I want to play Big Boy to just have a chill out and a break from
the sweaties and casuals, the people, well, casuals just people farming TikTok fucking videos, aren't it? Yeah. Lively Panda, thank you for the $5. I fucking love Warhammer and I fucking love Crusade. Chaos rules are awesome and the hobby is awesome. Much love and enjoy Warhammer World tomorrow.
Oh,
what a wonderful positive comment.
Yeah.
I can't comment on Crusade. I just feel like it's a bit admin heavy, but
if I think Crusade would be great.
Have you seen that there's a metal bar going through this concrete here that comes out the tip? That's really good.
There's also, I like the skulls and the bones. No, I think we'd probably enjoy the Crusade rules a bit more if we didn't have this job.
Yeah, it's probably true.
If we didn't have to do Warhammer all the time and we were just mates that played every fortnight, we could probably do it because we wouldn't have one of every army, would we? Really?
No, that's true. And you'd probably be using units as you add them to your force and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably true. I do, however, fucking love Warhammer, Dan. Really fucking love Warhammer. Thank you for the $5.
I love it.
Gaz, thank you for the 2. Gaz goal would be amazing at 1/6. 100% he would.
Yeah, he'd be moosive.
Yeah.
As well.
I feel like Celestine is an absolutely stunning Weta model that I'd really like to add to the collection, but doesn't kind of really make sense. Do you not think that Abaddon, as the first limited edition 1 of 700, is insane? Titus, because Space Marine 2 makes a lot of sense.
Well, I think so. Abaddon's like quintessential. He is like Warhammer personified, isn't he?
Yeah, and then so Titus makes sense in Space Marine 2 and is fucking gorgeous as well.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Celestine was a curveball. I don't feel like she makes sense as the next one.
Yeah, but she's very different because she's not a Space Marine.
True.
Right? And I reckon they'll probably just go through all of the
epic hero type characters.
The factions. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we got like an Eldrad and the live Tyrannid, for a change, because they're all dead in all the statues that you get. Like a Gazgol.
Do you think they'll go
like
for
a
the
Necron.
Do you think they'll go for the Space Marine characters? Do you think they'll go through like Dante and Logan and?
Yeah, I think that like the helmets are a test kind of thing. Like here's a little how do they sell? Which one of the helmets is more popular? Because they could do like a Berserker next, couldn't they?
Well, interestingly, the helmet that I haven't bought is the Space Wolf one.
Yeah.
Because it's baby blue. Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose you could repaint it.
Weta Yarrick would be cool as shit.
Yeah, Yarrick on an orc. But then you could have like Sigismund would make a great model.
Khan.
Yeah.
Luminous once. On postcards, what would you have as a Weta model go?
Me. As a dwarf.
Sprungly, thank you for the $2. Stop. I can only get so erect. Yep. I think Joe's the same right now.
Yeah.
Being surrounded by Weta Titus and Weta Abaddon.
Annoyingly, I'm busy now for a couple of days. Can't play any Space Marine.
No.
Not until like Sunday.
Do you still play it?
All the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't see how. But each
It's
their
great
own.
because it's incredible.
Each their own. Craig, thank you for the 2,000 Japanese yen. Great article. All the competitive players whine because they're too socially inept to understand how not everything has to be for them. I saw a lot of moaning about the article. That's a
What?
lie. I didn't say a lot of moaning.
I haven't read it or looked at it or seen it.
He's so supportive. He's so supportive.
Yeah, but I know how you talk and I see your face all the time. So
He's so supportive.
why are people moaning?
I wrote an article that for Space Wolves that wasn't. This is the most broken combination. This is the unit we want to spam free of.
So basically, you came at it from the opinion of someone that just enjoys playing.
How
Space
can
Wolves.
I make a Space Marine army a Space Wolf army that's a full actual shield wall at 2,000 points, all axes, all shields, which obviously is not going to be that competitive because it's not. It just never will be, right? And that's part of my article. Like how can I do that and make it functional within the hobby? And people got like, it's not the strongest. No.
Well,
that's really boring.
That's the problem with the hobby now, though, isn't it? No one cares really. Okay, the most vocal people in our community don't understand the reason why people play Warhammer. Right? They only go, I come on the internet to learn what's the best version of the way to play something, and then I will just do that.
But people that even are casual-ish tournament goers and narrative players still do this. They still do that as well.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who have got the tabletop skill of an amoeba who turn up with a net list that you've watched someone on Art of War run, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Surely at that point you're sort of sucking the fun out of it for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Because you're not like. One of the things I love, and I genuinely love this, is I love building a list of shit that I like, go into a tournament, and then maybe you tweak that list.
Yeah.
But you know what? If I tweak the list over, say, 5 tournaments to get to a more dialed-in tournament list, that's my tournament list that I've tweaked to get there. If I've gone on Art of War, and they're the people that I would go to, and watch them and take their exact list, and the other thing, a lot of people will go, that's the list that such and such won with this major with, I'm going to take that exact list. Oh, I went 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the person who wrote that list has learned how to use it as well. You need to do that part of the game. I don't know. It's weird. It's an odd one.
Oh, I'd love to see a Drakari Archon
Oh, that'd be cool.
in a good pose.
Not like Drazar.
Drazar would be cool.
Oh, no. Weta Lilith
Oh,
would be fire.
that'd have to come with like wet wipes, wouldn't it? But
Yeah, thank you though, Craig. I'm glad you enjoyed the article. If you enjoyed the article, exclamation mark gift. 5
I
members.
just think, I think
5 members!
I think, like, I hope Games Workshop looks at your article and goes, we want more of that. Not, here's how to play it with the rules slightly correct.
I wrote a first part.
Yeah.
I'll let you into a little secret, chap. I wrote a first part. I sent it to Games Workshop.
Yeah.
And Games Workshop said to me, that's a very Warcom article piece.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm just testing the water. Is this what you're after? They're like, no. Because if we wanted a Warcom article, we'd write a Warcom article.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So, okay. They're like, we want to know things you're excited about,
Yeah.
what you want to do, things that you want to put together. Like, put your personality into it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I figured you wouldn't want that because of my personality.
I'm surprised they wanted your personality involved at all.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I then sort of changed my tact
Yeah.
and I went more first person with it and wrote about things that I was excited about and stuff like that. And one person complained it was first person. But I'm like, well, this is about what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So they've asked me to write about what I'm excited
When they
about.
do Chaos Space Marines, can I just badge them to let me do one?
Well, Chaos Space Marine Codex is out, but if in the
I know,
next
but then the
edition,
next one, like, or
I'm sure.
Tyranids.
Well, I've now. I was somebody said last night on the stream. I got asked Wednesday at 10:30, 11 in the morning to write the article.
Yeah.
I delivered it to them at 5:30 in the afternoon. Spent the afternoon writing it. So I did it in a day, turned it around in a day for them. They were very grateful, and I was like, we've proven we can do that now. So maybe we get to do more for them in the future. But I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like I look at a lot of articles that get put on there from influencers in the community. And it's like, here's the most broken combination. This is the best thing you can do, and this is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, yeah, but what are you actually excited about? What's the cool
I
stuff?
really like the ones that are like, oh, we've got a new combat patrol coming out or a new spearhead box set. Here's what you do to get that box to 1,000 points. Here's what you do to get that box to 2,000 points, and armies to work around the units in that box. I prefer those ones because they're more targeted towards the people that want to buy those things. Space Wolf players, I've always maintained that Space Wolf players are very similar to the Orc players, both mentally and how they collect their armies.
How dare you?
Right? It's because Orc players really fucking love Orcs.
Yeah.
Right? Like not tournament Orc players. I'm talking about people that started Orcs when they first started collecting the hobby. They might have done some other armies, but orcs be the army they go back to all the time, right? And they're just always converting, and they paint it like it's like their best painted army that they own. And I think like Space Wolf players are the same. They just really get into it, I'm
really into it right now. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm really into the vibe. I'm really into like shields, axes. I don't care about. I'm 2 days away from being able to say everything I want to say. I don't care about. I need to have a tool to do this job, a tool to do this job, a tool to do this job. So when I look at a book I may or may not have, I'm not going, how can I bring down a knight? How can I bring down this? How can I deal with this? How can I deal with this? How can I deal with new Death Guard Terminators? How can I deal, like, a lot of people look at new Death Guard Terminators, for example, and be like, I need to include infiltrators because I need to stop that deep strike within 6 and charge. Yeah. I look at things like that and I go, how do I put as many axes and shields in the list as possible?
Carl Hodges is a Roman player. He barely remembers. Yeah, but that's the same for all Orc players. they don't know their fucking rules either. They're just harebrained maniacs.
Mike, why are you going with me? It's because I'm sat on my pack.
But I think, without going into like too much detail, I think the Space Wolf army.
That should be better now, chat.
I'm not gonna say the book. I'm gonna say the army. Space Wolves as an army now are the first Age of Sigmar army in my eyes.
Yeah.
Right? Because when I look at Age of Sigmar, when I started, I go, that model range is incredible.
Yeah.
So I picked Soulblight Gravelords to be my first Age of Sigmar army because it had the best, most beautiful models in it.
Yeah.
Like when we started, we didn't even look at the rules for the units. We didn't look at army composition. Like, I was like, I just want these models because they're incredible.
Yeah.
You look at Ragnar, you look at old Hammerman, Arjak, you look at Nigel.
Logan, man.
Logan, like, it's just...
Logan would literally make me collect Space Wolves if I wasn't already a Space Wolf fan, because I think that model's so incredible, and I'm a big Nordic fan anyway.
I think so. The Headhunter's stunning model, the Wolfguard Battle, every single model is a win. And it all fits the theme of the army.
Yeah.
And you like how your article is. You don't collect Space Wolves to be the best Space Wolf player.
But people do though, don't they? And that's fine. Like some people do that.
If you're a massive dweeb, then yeah. Right. But like I say that Space Wolves are like a hobbyist artist army. You know, if you really love that army, you just do that. Yeah. I think it's. I'm gonna put mine up there. I just think that army is beautiful. It's the first time I've looked at an army. I've gone, I just want to collect it for the models. Don't care about the rules. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first time in a very long time where I've been like, I'm having these for myself.
Yeah, it's the first time that it's come out that's like really hit the theme.
Yeah.
Every single.
Although I will go as far as to say, and there's a touch of bias here as well. I will go as far as to say that they nailed the Eldar release. All the Eldar upgrades and updates they've done, they've nailed the Eldar updates.
But I think the problem with Eldar is that apart from the different colours, all Eldar look the same. I don't want to sound like a space racist,
To a point, yeah.
Yeah, like a striking Scorpion is identical to a Fire Dragon, just a different helmet and the loadout.
There is, so there is more differences than that.
Yeah.
But on the surface.
Yeah, on the surface.
To the untrained eye.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
just a bunch of very smooth armour.
Which is also similar to a Dark Reaper, apart from colour and the head. I get it.
But when you look at Space Wolves, it's all Space Marines. It's the very same.
Which already makes you happy.
Which makes me happy. I fucking love Space Marines. But like, there's a lot of flavour in there. There's got all the pelts and the different helmets and all the iconography and the shields and stuff. They're very clearly different from each other. Like a Wolfguard battle leader looks like the people who should be leading the headhunters. Like
a Space Wolf, the Space Wolf model refresh has done an incredible job, I think, of going back to a core reason why certain people collect certain armies.
Yeah.
And so I think we've had a large portion of time now where people will switch armies based on rules, which is fine, by the way. Joe will call you a dweeb, but I think it's fine. So it is actually quite possible that people see things like Tactical Brigade, for example, or more Dakar and go, I'm going to collect Orcs, because that army's mental.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
of course there isn't, but Space Wolf Range Refresh for me has got the amount of people that I have seen in YouTube chats, in comment sections, on social media that have gone, I'm starting Space Wolves. I've never been a Space Wolf player, but I cannot not collect those models.
Yeah.
And I think that's an absolute win for the hobby, because that's the reason I like to start new armies more often than not, is I really love the aesthetic.
I'm currently waiting for an army that I do for me that's not involved in the channel at all. In the terms of like I might not buy the models myself, but I do it in my own time.
Okay.
It's not in work hours. It's because like I can pump out a full army relatively quickly.
You can.
In work time, right? But it might be a case of like the time it takes me to do an army, I might only do 2 squads, kind of thing.
So you want to take your time over it?
Yeah. I want to take my time. I need to find an army for that kind of job, for myself. Because I think that's what's like. It won't be Space Wolves because you're doing Space Wolves, and like we've got a Space Wolves army for the channel, so it'd be something completely different. Yeah.
Would you not like refresh your Black Legion and start doing more fancy versions of things you've done?
I've got stuff for that already.
Or would you want to go something wildly different to all that as well?
Part of me is like, instead of refreshing army I have, just start a whole new army.
Like a Drakari or something?
Like, Drakari would be cool, or obviously I built an entire, well not an entire, because I'm missing about 500-600 points, but I've built most of a White Scars army. That I never painted.
But like Templars or something?
Yeah, Templars would be cool, but we've got a Templar stuff already.
We've got some Templars.
There's no, like, I can add to the Templars.
I thought it wasn't for the channel.
What?
What does it matter what we've got? I thought it wasn't for the channel, it was for
you.
you.
But I'd like to have, I just want it to be different, because if I'm painting Templars for the channel, I don't want to be then having to do my own Templars on the side.
Don't paint them for the channel, just paint them for you.
But it's just, but I'm going to have to paint Templars for the channel anyway.
Because you and I both know that whether you do it for the channel for you or not, you'll still bring them on the channel if you're very proud of them.
Oh, yeah.
So they are sort of for the channel, they're just not channel.
They sort of are, but aren't.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, maybe...
Krieg?
Krieg would be cool, but it's a lot of models.
It is, I just know how much you love the Guard.
I do fucking love Guard.
Yeah.
If Katachan dropped tomorrow...
That would be it.
That would be it.
Yeah, of course.
Jeans
to the Colts? Or too many models again?
Too many models. Like...
Imperial Fists?
Imperial Fists would be cool. I've basically got nearly an entire Gravis army at home.
Yeah.
A lot of it's built, a lot of it's not.
Iron Hands. You've got some conversion.
I fucking hate Iron Hands.
Do you?
So
Why?
boring.
Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors would be cool.
What's the difference?
What? Because Iron Warriors So my favourite Legion, out of all the Legions, has always been Iron Warriors. It was the first war. Storm of Iron was the first Black Library Warhammer book I ever read.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's Iron Warriors versus Guard and some Imperial Fists. It's fucking. It's Imperial Fists and Guard holding a giant fortress that's got Titans in it. But the fortress was built by the Iron Warriors during the Heresy.
The first
Great book. Fucking
The
incredible
first
book.
Black Legion Warhammer, the first Black Library Warhammer book I ever read, was the Blood Angels Omnibus.
Yeah, really.
What was it? Yeah, it was the first
But
one.
like, Iron Warriors are cool and they've got they've got personality and they've all got different like things going on, whereas Iron Hands are just miserable.
Are they?
Right, they're just a bunch of really depressed, miserable people. They're like, "Ooh, I've got to be as cold as iron," you know. And I'm like, whereas Iron Warriors are like, they're like iron within. They're like angry because there's iron everywhere. Because they just want to be in it.
Jeremy says, hot take, I think Iron Warriors are overhyped. I would be inclined to agree.
Dweeb. And I just think.
His views are not the
I
views
just
of the
don't,
channel.
yeah,
Reference.
maybe Iron Warriors, but like, I do kind of want to get some of the Space Wolf stuff and use them for.
What Ultramarines?
I could do Ultramarines. I've got all the Ultramarines characters.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of characters for Ultramarines.
Yeah, I think I've got all the Ultramarines characters apart from Kato Sicarius.
And I fucking love Ultramarines. I'd like to play with an Ultramarines army, so I would happily fund it.
Yeah, maybe.
Happily is a strong word there. I would probably fund it. Thank you so much, Sprugly, for 5 gifted memberships. Chat, we're on currently 30 members. The membership train has not really left the station.
No, it's more of a chew, not a choo-choo.
Not a choo-choo, yeah. There is, however, 244 people watching. So if every single person in chat right now gifts 1 or 5, we'll probably hit target. Cool. Sprugly, thank you for 5 gifted.
Thank you, Sprugly. I hope that they open a nudist beach near your house.
Right, okay. Have you seen the sort of people that frequent a nudist beach, Joe, in this country?
I just think it'd be just great people watching. Just like it'd be like your own David Attenborough.
And if
kind
you were
of.
wondering how Joe gets himself on a list, that's it.
No, it's like it'd be like Animal Planet, wouldn't it? You could just sit there, like in a cafe, watching it, drinking your coffee, going, "What the fuck is that?" You know, what is it? And you could put like a little David Attenborough voice on whilst you watch it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. I just think it'd be really funny.
I don't wish that for you, Sprugly,
Don't
because
take binoculars because people will judge you.
you'd be sat in your bedroom watching out the window and you just see a naked Joe walking down the beach.
No,
Would you not go to a nudist beach?
no.
No?
Or I would, but I'd have like a mankini on.
It's not nudist then, is it?
Well, no.
That breaks the rules.
I'm not there to be naked. I'm there to see the naked
You can't
people.
go on a naked beach and not be naked and just go there and ogle.
What if you've got a towel on?
That's not naked then, Joe, is it?
Or if you've got a
Naked Joe or no Joe, all right?
a poncho,
Naked Joe or no Joe?
like a towel one. You'd be like, I'm just drying myself.
Naked Joe or no Joe?
Yeah.
No go Joe. Pritters, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Pridders. I hope, Pridders, that they announce a new Fire Warrior game today.
Oh,
Or a remake of the Fire Warrior game for you to play.
I love a Thunderhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wish they were cooler in game. It's still pretty cool though. Onyx, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Onyx. I hope that you have a Xbox Series X delivered to your house in your name. You didn't order it, you didn't pay for it. It just turned up. Just an error.
I really want an Xbox Series X.
You should.
I've never owned one before,
They're brilliant.
but I went and saw the price of them yesterday
Yeah.
because I know you want to play console lobbies. And in the new update, there is console only,
Yeah.
lots of console only ranked,
Yeah.
Joe. And I was like,
That's important.
yeah, I really want one. And I saw the price of them and I was like, I don't have
You get the Xbox Series S, but there's the black one that's like 1 terabyte. So it's one I'm trying to get Paddy to get.
But I could just buy the X. But the S and the X, they're not that different in price, really.
Well, they are.
Not massively.
It's like 200 quid in it, I think.
It's that much, is it? Well, I found the Series X at like 400 and something pounds.
That's all right. But what you can do, I don't know when the next Amazon day is.
Black Friday sale type thing.
Yeah. Because I managed to convince Adam, Mr. AGR Wargaming.
Yeah.
I remember he was umming and ahhing about buying a PlayStation because I wanted him because I was playing games with us. I remember it was like Amazon Day sale. I sent him the link. I'm like, buy it now.
Yeah, it's just a lot of money I don't have.
Buy
So
it.
Maybe at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Not now.
I want to kind of get my hand on like a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4.
Why?
So I could just play a bunch of like old PlayStation exclusives. Because I want to play The Last of Us 1. And
The Last of Us was great. Was that PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah.
Was it? I didn't know that. I fucking love gaming.
I don't know, it might be on PC. I'll have a look. It'll be on PC.
I thought it was, but I'm not sure now. I don't know.
And Silent Hill as well.
Oh, Silent Hill was incredible. The first one terrified me as a child.
Yeah.
Terrified me. It was a great game.
Well, they remade it.
They did,
It's
yeah.
well good.
Yeah. Prentice, thank you for the $10. If Joe is playing Thousand Sun, does that mean a return of Joe spells?
Only if I am guaranteed a Hierophant tomorrow.
That's not a guarantee.
That's it. That's my deal.
No.
That's the deal.
No, don't do that, chat. No.
If they want spells, that's the deal.
KJX, thank you for the 20 US bucks. Into the fire of battle until the anvil of anvil of war. Iron of will, steel of muscles, forged in the furnace of war. Is that from Iron Warriors?
That's Iron Hands.
Is it Iron Hands?
Yeah.
Oh, you just dissed them as well after he said that.
It's like from strength comes honor.
Flesh is weak. I like that
Yes. The Iron Warriors one's much better. Their litany's much cooler.
I don't hate Iron Hands. I quite like them. But I don't like them enough to collect them, but I quite like Iron
The
Hands.
only good Iron Hands characters in entire Horus Heresy are the ones that were in.
But then I don't think there's a space for a chapter or
like-
legion that I don't like. They're all.
I don't
They're all
like.
cool
It's
in
not
their
that I
own
don't like them. They're just on my tier list. They're just at the bottom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Someone's got to come last. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally it's her. Cooney, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Cooney.
Thank you, Cooney.
I hope that you win all of your ranked games and you become, like top of the leaderboard, and there's no hackers. That last bit's not going to come true. They're awful hackers, but
Strong.
I hope you have like an amazing win streak.
Big Bad Pit Gamer, thank you for the $5. Will Joe repaint the tyranny on the statue to match his army paint scheme? Bombardment! God, no.
No.
If Joe took a paintbrush anywhere near a £1,400 statue, I would break every single finger on his body.
I have seen though on Etsy you can get like a wall-mountable head of a Hormagaunt
Yeah.
that comes unpainted.
Oh, that's cool.
So part of me is tempted to get one of those and paint it like for here or for like.
Yeah,
on
he
the
will not
outside.
be bringing a paintbrush anywhere near this, or I'll break every bone in both of his hands.
But that's like
There's a lot of bones
the
in your hand, didn't there?
mottled bone finish that they've done on there is like incredible.
Yeah. So the answer is no.
Yeah.
Ramacock over the 2. Weta Lucius, Eidolon, or Rylanor. Weta Eidolon would be cool as shit. With his jump pack and his Thunderhammer.
The problem is
Oh!
the problem with Eidolon is he'd be too similar to that.
He would be very similar to that, yeah.
Yeah,
with the jump pack.
it'd just be a repose. It'd just be a reskin of him. So probably Lucius.
Do you not think that Eidolon, if you think about Celestine, what they've done with her flying, they can do something cool like that with Eidolon.
Yeah. Ryan Law would be cool because it's a Contemptor Dreadnought, so it's fucking massive.
Maybe too big.
Like I carried him up the stairs, and I was like,
Would you do pre-Heresy Lucius, or would you do current Lucius?
current Lucius.
Current Lucius.
Current Lucius, but
With his tongue out.
I don't like his current face
Why?
because he looks like Mr. Meeseeks from from Rick and Morty. Just two dot eyes, a little mouth.
Yeah.
I think like he needs like I think they went too much with the crazy face on him. If he had a bit more detailed, like he had a bit more less. If I wanted to look less like Voldemort and more like an actual human being, or maybe like a helmeted version. I don't know. There's just something about it, because the rest of the model is incredible. I just don't like his head.
For every 5 gifted memberships that happen from now until the end of the show, Joe,
Yeah.
I will give you £1 to spend in Forge World.
Yeah? Yeah, that's down to them.
Yeah.
It's not down to me.
I might even include tonight as well.
Yeah?
Might do.
So I need at least 500 members, please.
For 50 quid.
No,
No, that's wrong, isn't it? It's more than that. It's 100 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need, what's the best that we've had so far? What's our best stream?
My best stream,
Yeah.
or our best stream. My best stream was 1,105.
Because you're so different, you're so great.
There's a lot of money you'd get there in Forge World vouchers. Thank you.
But I want more, Liam.
I know you do.
I want more.
That would be like over 200 quid in Forge World
Yeah,
money.
that
all
would
right?
be, wouldn't it?
So
Yeah. So we need 1,000 members, what we're saying.
it's 200 quid.
Yeah. But how many did we have? It was was it nearly 600, me and Paddy? It's me, Paddy, you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was our best
a
one.
while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Every 5 is £1. I'll include the 30 so far. So far, you've got £6 to spend in Forge World, all right?
That's like nearly a packet of shoulder pads.
Nearly. Limey Pad, sorry, not Limey Pad. So Sam Deacon, miss you, Sam in Thanes. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Sam. He messaged me yesterday.
Did he? Was it a dick pic?
No. Because I mentioned the other day about, does anyone know anything about old model railway trains? He's like, I know someone that sells them. So I sent him some pictures of the trains.
Yeah.
So they're basically worthless.
I thought that was going somewhere really exciting.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm soon going to be
I thought I was going to have a cash in the attic situation.
sat on a gold mine.
Yeah, and that box was full of Scalextrics cars as well from when I was a kid. And I was like, these are really cool, but they're probably worthless as well.
Yeah.
But I hope, Mrs. Andeacon, that all of the jobs that you do for work for the next 3 months, your customer pays up front and there's no problems.
I hope you come back to Thanes and stop being a virgin. Jeremy, thank you for the $2. Weta Keeper of Secrets.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be big, wouldn't it? Would you just stand a Keeper of Secrets or would you just go and do Shalaxi? You think Shalaxi and Shalaxi's pose as a Weta statue?
Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be a bit... It's not a boob though, isn't it?
It's a lot of boob, yeah.
Like, I think you'd probably get more of a... what's that? Kyra's Fate Weaver. Because that's more in theme with Space Marine 2.
I'd be up for it though.
Or a Thousand Sun Sorcerer.
Or just a Lord of Change would be cool as shit.
A Lord of Change would be banging.
But I would like a Keeper of Secrets, that'd be cool. Thank you, Lonely Panda. Weta Lucius would be a fucking flex for a sculptor. It would, actually.
Yeah.
It'd look incredible. I'd be well up for that.
Because I think they've got it in them. Because if you look at because the base, his Abaddon's cloak and his hair is incredible. And even the tail on this thing,
Do you know what makes me sad about Weta Titus? The only thing that makes me sad about Weta Titus.
What's that?
Every time you think about plastic Titus.
Yeah.
Who's skipping through the field, falling over with a chainsaw.
Yeah. He's skipping, skipping, and he's caught his foot on something. He's like, oh, down I go.
If you think about plastic Titus, that's a dog shit model, and this is just glory personified, right? It doesn't make any sense.
Especially when you think, because they did that anniversary sergeant. Do you remember him? And he was stood on a Necron warrior. That was so close as being, what I need is Titus in that model.
Kit bash
together.
Yeah. I've got for
Does
that.
anyone have that anniversary Ultramarine?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe I'm going to have to do Ultramarine Army. That's what I'm going to
Thank you, Bournes, for the $10. So, Liam, with everything revealed to the public thus far, are you happy with the balance of Viking versus Werewolf Furry for the Space Wolf range refresh? Well, to be fair, for the Space Wolf range refresh specifically, there is no balance between Furry and Viking. It's 100% Viking, isn't it? If you think about it, Battle Leader, Priest, Najal, Logan, Head Takers, Grey Hunters, Blood Claws, it's 100% Viking. Oh, yeah. Wolfguard Terminators, 100% Viking. There is no balance there. There's no furry stuff. The furry stuff that remains already existed. Yeah. So in terms of range refresh,
they've basically just binned it off in the sense of this is what this army, because they've very clearly gone, this is the theme of the army going forwards.
Yeah, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
And I would be a person who, when the Codex comes out for pre-order on Saturday, If we discovered, for example, that we lost all of the fairy stuff, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about Thunderwolves. I don't mind.
I don't want to have a recreation of last time. So taking that one.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind Wolfen. I don't love them, but I don't mind them. Well, that's why I'm sat here in my hoodie, because you put it on like -18 or something. But I don't think there was a balance to be struck. I don't think there was a balance that was demonstrated here. I don't think they did any fairy for the range refresh. For the range refresh specifically, I think it's all Viking, and it makes me so happy because that's what I've wanted Space Wolves to be for literally forever. And every time I've ever tried to build this faction or get into it, you kind of have to have Thunder Wolves and stuff like that, and you have to have things like Wolfen. And I just don't love them. I don't, like I said, I don't mind Wolfen. I detest Thunder Wolves. And Thunderwolves can come out in the next codex if they still survived and have the best rules of the book, and I wouldn't take them in my Space Wolves army. I just wouldn't, because I don't like the models. I'm not interested. I was talking to Joe on Tuesday about whether, if they existed, I would perhaps kit bash something like Thunderhammers onto Outriders or something to make it work. So, you know, I have a box, Sergeant Castus. How would I send it? There's a PO box address in the video description below, James, if you're happy to. That's amazing, thank you so much. But no one tell Joe because he's in the toilet right now, all right? I need you all to put some comments in chat so it disappears from the screen in front of me right now, so when he comes out the toilet, he doesn't see it. Go. If you want to do that with gifted, that's even better, right? 10 gifted probably hides it immediately. Priddis, thank you for the $10. Collecting an army, Joe, collecting an army because the rules is for dweebs. Also, Joe, I want all the best rules and no one else can have them. I will have 3 of this broken unit and you will not complain. This is what I have to live with. This is what I have to be around all the time, chat. This is the battle that I have constantly. Stupid Apple tried to up to Thane because I should not be called a virgin. Can't. Don't do an apple though, Sam, for fuck's sake. That's mad. Don't do that. Keep going so we can hide James's comment. Beautiful, thank you, team. One more. Keep going, he's coming. I can hear him. There you go, good. We hit it. Thank you. That way I can surprise him with it. Yeah, that's the world he lives in, Predators, unfortunately. Predators' £10 super chat, Joe, says, Joe, and then semicolon. Collecting an army because of the rules is for dweebs. Also, Joe, I want all the best rules and no one else can have them. I will have 3 of this broken unit and you will not complain.
I didn't include myself in this.
No, quite obviously.
Like, people need to realise that only I may have fun in the way that I determine that I'm going to have fun.
Yeah. Lehman Russ, thank you for the $5. Have you seen the fuck up they've done to the World Eater Land Raider? Only got range 26 heavy bolters. I haven't seen it, no.
No.
I mean, it's supposed to be 36 inches.
Yeah, that'll get FAQ'd, surely.
Yeah.
They took away the 2-up armor save on the Helldrake.
What's your favourite biscuit? I like the humble custard cream. I'm a big fan of the humble.
I got my biscuits. I'm a big fan.
What's
Currently, my favourite biscuit is the gold chocolate digestive. Gold bar chocolate digestive is incredible.
Milk chocolate digestives are, but I have currently developed an incredible, like really quickly over the last 2 weeks, developed an incredible taste for dark chocolate.
You were saying the other day.
I don't know where it's come from. It's come literally out of the blue, and I just love it now. But yeah, thank you, Lehman, for the 5. Thank you, Roland Bay, for the $10. He says, Admech. This is for you and your fancy army that you want to paint.
Oh, fancy. Thank you.
Admech. No?
I have got some Admech stuff I'm going to paint for the channel to add to it. But I don't want to start a new Admech army, mainly because it's a horrible army to both build and paint.
Yeah?
If you like, it's a great army. The model range is great, but it's the 3rd Admech army I've done. Because I had one for myself, and I sold it to Dan, and you'll see them later tonight. He's bringing some of them.
Yeah.
I then did one for Boxy.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy that. I did it for the channel. I did really...
Was when you didn't enjoy that one, was it just the circumstances, or was it painting the army?
It's like a circle of problems in itself. But no, but when I did it for this channel, I enjoyed it because I was on a massive Fallout hype. Because I'd just done the.
You were what? Yeah, you were playing the games.
I was playing the games, and I'd just done the what they called the Leagues of Votan.
Yeah.
And I'd done the Leagues of Votan in the blue Vault Dweller colours, and then I was like, I really want to do the like the American Army for Fallout. That's why I did the AdMech in. I really enjoyed it, but they are horrible. I didn't enjoy building the models.
No, I don't like handmade models.
AdMech was not great models to build.
Very breaky.
Yeah, and painting them is really difficult because there's a really horrible combination of like metal pipes and cloth.
Yeah.
Like there's just lots of it all over the place, and it's just really inconsistent and a pain to paint. Because some models have got loads of cloth and not much metal, which is really easy to do because you airbrush the cloth colour over it, and then you just paint silver over. But when it's a lot of silver and not much cloth, then you have to hand paint the cloth colour on, and that's a nightmare over any silver. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a Space Marine of some kind. I think for a new army.
You're gonna laugh,
Yeah.
ridicule me, and probably like it at the same time. Space Wolves is getting me into Space Marines.
Yeah.
I've never disliked them, never hated them, but I've never really had a burning passion for Space Marines. I like Berserkers, but I will go as far as to say that I think the direction they went with World Eaters in general meant that I love them a little bit less, only because the direction they went was 8-bound.
Yeah.
And I'm not like you, I don't hate the 8-bound models, but they're like Wolfen for me. I don't love them. I'm okay with them. Fine. Sometimes I think they look cool. Sometimes I'm a bit bored of them. Yeah. They're all right, but I don't love them. I love the Berserker kits.
Do you know what I could be tempted to do?
Your sister.
No. So, loyalist-wise, it would be Imperial Fists, White Scars. I don't want to do Ultramarines. I wouldn't be in a rush to do Ultramarines because we already have Ultramarines on the channel.
I want to do Ultramarines.
So, but I do want to do Ultramarines because I want to do an Ultramarines Tyrannic War Veterans army.
I do love Ultramarines. They are cool.
But I think we don't have White Scars or Imperial Fists for the channel, so I'd be more inclined to do those.
Which, you know...
but if I was going to do Chaos, it would probably be... It won't be Iron Warriors because I've already started Iron Warriors. It wouldn't be Night Lords because I've already started Night Lords. It might be Word Bearers.
Okay.
But I'd want to do like a real dark, evil, visceral kind of Word Bearers with like lots of like maces and lots of like blood splatter and stuff. Like a horror army. Because I don't like heresy Word Bearers are a bit too like Blackaddery, mustache twirling bad guys.
I don't think they are. I like Heresy.
But in the more recent 40k books, Word Bearers like a really terrifying army to kind of like comprehend and fight. Yeah, might do that.
I dangled that little carrot out there for you to get £1 for every 5 gifted memberships for Forge World.
Yeah.
Not a single person bit.
No.
Nothing at all, Joe. No. Thank you, Necromancer
They
Goblin.
don't see me happy, that's the problem.
No, it was too miserable all the time. Thank you, Necromancer Goblin, for the 50 Danish Corona. How about a converted army? Make it something special there is not a real army for, like Dark AdMech or another theme Joe project. The problem with converted armies always is they get expensive quickly.
They get really expensive. I could be tempted to do someone like Traitor Guard because there is a Traitor Guard kit already that exists. So I know that that's not because I'd hate to do like a converted AdMech army for Dark Mech, and then Games Workshop's like, here's Dark Mech, and it looks better than what I've already done.
Yeah,
and I'd be sad because I'd have to do it all over again.
Yeah,
but like I could do a Heresy AdMech army because we've got a lot of the models for it. Narek says, how about converting Traitor Guard? So I've answered your question at the same time.
Narek, yeah.
I think Traitor Guard would be cool. I think because you've got the Commissar, you've got the Ogryn, you've got the Infantry Squad, and it's just different like Lehman Russes and stuff, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with Guard is it kind of like because when you go traitor Guard, you're kind of cutting yourself off for things like stormtroopers and scions and stuff, and so you're basically just normal infantry, Ogryns, Lehman Russes, super heavies, and then kind of not much else. I think it kind of like it really like you lose out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I converted armies. I think I don't have the creative kind of mind to come up with what I would do as a converted army, or what I would use, or how I would convert it, or what kits would go together. And some people have this ability to see a couple of kits and smash it together and come up with something amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen people do amazing conversions in Necrons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. But I always, on the rare occasion I've had the inspiration to do like a kit bash or converted army, it doesn't take long before I go, I can't be bothered anymore. Yeah. It's just effort.
Me and Josh came up with the idea of a doubles army, which was in Crimson Fists and Imperial Fists, called the Mr. Fisters.
The Mr. Fisters, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think like, but that was, then I wrote a list which was basically 60 heavy intercessors, and 9 eradicators, and a bunch of characters. I was like, list done.
Live Panel, thank you for the $2. He says, what loadout should a Death Guard Leviathan have? I don't know what the heresy weapons do.
2 fists or claws, flamers. I don't know what they do, but I'm like the best Leviathan is the one with 2 hands.
Is it though?
Visually, yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. Rules-wise, who knows?
Rules-wise, who cares? I'll tell you what, right?
They had the old storm cannons.
Yeah, model it in a pose where it looks cool with 2 hands, and then just magnetise the arms because the arm points on the Leviathan are designed specifically for magnets. They've actually got magnet holes.
Take a claw and a Gravflux bombard.
Yeah.
No idea if it's any good, but it sounds cool.
Why not?
Yeah,
maybe.
Thank you, Time Walker 93 for the $20 for the children. I mean, Joe. I mean, it's not gifted, so you don't get anything.
Could do a Death Watch army. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be cool, Death Watch, because we don't have one.
Yeah.
And they actually have some rules now.
Because someone said Black Shields. I was like, Black Shields would be cool for Heresy, but I was like, but for like a Primera scale Death Watch army would be banging. I have got a Corvus at home as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh. Christian, thank you for the $5. Started AOS and 3 weeks in, and I have over 120 skeletons. Let's go.
No.
Been busy and missed you guys the last couple of weeks. Hope all has been well. All has not been well.
No?
No.
Well, you haven't been well, have you?
Terrible holiday, followed by feeling like shit with man flu and Luce being under the weather.
I feel like going on holiday and then immediately being ill is a part of the
holiday experience.
The holiday experience that we as a channel have kind of gone through.
Yeah.
Because last time I went on holiday,
you were immediately ill.
I had the most horrendous
you get COVID?
COVID ever.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as the first time I got COVID, but it was real bad.
Yeah.
Like when I first got COVID, I didn't have to lie in a dark room with no lights on, and then like a telly on like the only just bright enough that I can see the moving people on it.
The moving people on the telly.
Yeah, if it stood still, it was like a T-Rex. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's not been good.
Yeah. Subtitles on.
And now we struggle to get like 40 members a show.
We did all right last one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But we're now into it now. The problem is we've got this expensive model on the table and people think that we bought it.
But we didn't buy it.
Yeah.
It was gifted. It wasn't even gifted to us. It's on loan.
This is not the same as saying we made £1 million in the last like 3 years.
No,
yeah.
We can't say that because we didn't.
Yeah.
Much like other people that say it. Thank you so much, Ash Thompson, for the $2. He says Joe SC. So GSC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a GSC army.
Do you want to play GSC?
I want to play GSC, but the way Joe plays GSC.
Right, which is different?
Yeah, 30 Gene Stealers, 30 Aberrants done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't really like the bikes are cool and the trucks are cool, but it's not like a fun army.
No.
Like when people play Gene Stealer Cult, I don't see them smiling. I don't see them having a good time.
Okay.
They just look like they're like, oh, I've got to move all these fucking models that took me years to paint, and it's like, you know, like You know when you've queued for hours for a really shit ride at a theme park?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
I've spent loads of money. I spent hours and hours of my life building and painting these, and now they're just really horrible to paint, play with. Thank you, Sam.
He says for the long vigil.
Yeah.
In a big pink one, which is amazing.
Death Watch.
Still not a thane, still a virgin. Christian, thank you for becoming a Hesed. Dreadnoughty, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dreadnoughty. I hope that someone buys you the JoyToy Redemptor Dreadnought for your birthday.
That's you at £7 in 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
David, thank you for the one gifted. DA Matt, thank you for the 10. Looking forward to Warhammer World tomorrow and meeting everyone. Haven't played before, so it should be fun. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll help you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And the people playing that have played before will help you because our community is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine. And that got us on 37. See, I told you we don't get to 40 anymore.
Yeah. Max Spencer, I hate the GSE model range versus their lore. So I love the model range. I think the model range for Genius and Occult is great. The aberrant stuff is amazing. I don't really like the hybrid models. Look a bit like they're all just wearing dresses, but they are very nice models. I like the motorbikes. The best part of Gene Stealer Cult, though, was the bit that Games Workshop started with them and then immediately forgot, right? There was a really beautiful period of about 3 months when they were like, they released a box set which was Wild West Warhammer. It was like, it was the first time we got the rise of little square buildings, and it was like the pistol guy.
The Sanctus.
Yeah. And it was like, they're like a desert place, and it had like the motorbikes and stuff. And then they released like the Wild West AdMech, which is my favourite AdMech, the ones on the horses with the Winchester rifles.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the perfect place to have like the Warhammers. We haven't had Wild West stuff, right? I want like more of that for AdMech, where they're on horses, or like infantry with like the pump action rifles and stuff.
I don't
and
understand
revolvers.
why AdMech are on horses.
So they're not on horses; they're on dogs.
I don't understand why they're on dogs.
So basically, the thing I like about Games Workshop's like idea for AdMech is that basically they find pictures and information from the past and completely misinterpret it.
Surely, if you're AdMech, you just cut your legs off at the waist and glue some tracks on,
Because they're all mental, right?
or glue yourself, turn yourself into a centaur or something.
Yeah, but they still have to like have an army. So what happens is that someone found pictures of greyhounds, right? And they were like, clearly these were giant beasts that were rode on. So they just made versions of greyhounds that were like horses.
But again, if you're a mechanical person, why would you ride a thing when you can just give yourself the thing's
well, no,
legs?
because Skitari are their standing armies. Skitari ride them. Yeah, like tech priests don't ride them because they just make themselves float or fly or whatever. But their soldiers have them.
I like this story.
And it's like, like Ark and Land has got a pet monkey, and there's like an argument over like what a monkey's tail is about. And he was like, people think that monkey's tails are for holding on for trees. It's well, actually, it was a mechanism to deliver poison.
Kev says just use stilt slit. Then you get those really cool models, like the sniper.
Yeah, to be honest, right, I thought the sniper model was stupid when I first saw it, but when I built it and painted it, I really enjoyed it. It's just a bit weird and wonderful.
Thank you, DA Matt, for the 5 gifted memberships. I assume Dark Angels, Matt. Thank you, Dark Angels, for the 5 gifted memberships.
Yeah, or like Drivers Association.
Or I'm not going to say.
Dirty anus.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Disrespectful.
Fuck. Yeah. I hope that.
We're 3 away from 50 now, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that next time you go shopping, right, and you've got like a big trolley, right, of stuff, the person behind you pays for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they're like, I'm in a rush.
How would the person behind you pay? Like,
no, because the person in front of you can't pay for you, can they? Because they'd have to stand around and wait. But the person behind you, obviously, it all goes through, and they were like, oop, Just scan it.
Okay.
You know, it's like their good deed for the day.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. Armholio, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That took us to 47. We're 3 away from 50, chat.
Yeah.
If 3 of you just gift a single membership out of the current 230 people watching.
Does that put me on £47?
No.
Oh.
50 will put you on £10 you do tickets. It's 1 per 5, isn't it? That's how 1 per 5 works, Joe. It's basic maths. Take the number, divide it by 5.
No.
That's what you have.
Times it by 10.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Divide it by 5, times it by 10. Done.
Divide it by 10, times it by 5.
Thank you, Franks. Just ordered the
I'm hosing their hope.
Oh, Armholio. I hope that every time you go and use a public toilet for the rest of the year, it doesn't smell.
Oof. That's an impossible hope.
And the seat's not covered in piss.
That's also an impossible hope.
Yeah, but you never know. I went into a McDonald's toilet the other day, and it looked like it looks like a Reading Festival toilet on a Monday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I was like, what happened here?
Specifically the Monday after the event.
Yeah, and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, someone is not having a great day.
Thank you, Franks, for the $5. Just ordered the Skagrot Weta statue. Thank you for making me look at Weta.
Oh,
you won't be thanking for us in a few months' time. He is cool though.
I mean, he's a beautiful model. I've got it in my bag for overnight. I've got the what are they called? What's it called? The thing. Gloomspite Gits.
There we go.
There we go. Battle Tome in my bag to read overnight. So, because I got the I got myself a treat of a Dank Hold Trogoff.
Dreadnought, he says, I'd trade my gifted Redempted Dreadnought for that hope.
Yeah?
The public toilets one, yeah.
I know that Redempted Dreadnought's fucking cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Franks and Scampy Sauce, for the 1 gifted each. That still doesn't put you on £10, I'm afraid. Because, you know, we're 49. But anyway, we've come to the end of this weird show. Very different to
It's a magical roundabout, wasn't it, really?
It was, yeah, but this is... I've been able to sit in the presence of TITUS for a show, so I'm quite happy with it. It looks good, doesn't it?
I think our plinths, right, for the shop should be giant logs.
Okay.
Like a cut off, like, base of a tree.
Okay.
Because, like, having it in a black box is, like, meh. But I think on theme, like a giant log one would be cool. Of wood, not wood.
The reason why it'd be on a square plinth is because we can then put a glass case around it.
Yeah, and we'd have to trust people.
Because I don't like people having the option to touch it with their fingers.
Yeah, that is true.
It would annoy me.
Yeah, you don't want a regularly fingered type like TITUS, do you?
Because people, well, 1, because I don't want people touching it in general anyway, but 2, because like I just can't, you can't trust people to just be gentle with it. You know, someone will break it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, you know. Biggie hugs, thank you for my gifted. I've sent you a list on Thanes.
That's Thompson. There's a list of demands.
Just don't. That puts us on 50 gifted, chat. Thank you so much. Now, if one of you just gifts 50, we'll be good. And we can all go and have some food.
Yeah? What food are we having?
Well, Aldi's open again.
Oh, love Aldi.
So
I'm a big fan of all the...
I can't really take you into town because I've got my motorbike.
Oh, because I want to show you off.
As much as that would be hilarious.
Right, this is... an abominant, a biophagous, a locus, acolyte hybrids with hand flamers, aberrant times 3, pure strain gene stealers times 3, Karsakin Rogel Dawn times 2. Where's the Broodlord?
I mean, that's very much you.
But you need the Broodlord to lead the army.
I don't know how...
Gene Stealer cult. He's literally in the shape of the Gene Stealer cult symbol.
I don't know how Gene Stealer cults work, Joe.
I don't know either. But I just like 30 Gene Stealers, 30 aberrants, punchy, punchy, stab, stab. Bonk. That's what they do.
But it doesn't make it good.
Yeah, but I'm not playing it to be good at it. I want to do the Orc Pig army. At no point am I going to win a game with that army.
I will... Okay.
Just until I get sad and bored of it.
This is why I talked about pots and kettles in the team chat yesterday.
Yeah. No, it's different because it's me, isn't it?
It's not, Lou, stop gifting memberships.
Why are you giving money to the channel?
Warhammer Widow got sniped, so she always gifts one in response. And all she does is
dumb.
give YouTube. I know it's dumb, Joe. I know it's dumb.
It's just net loss all the way around.
It is. Exactly.
Yeah. Because you get paid by the channel.
You know it's dumb when Joe says it's dumb.
You're literally getting taxed on it when you get paid, right? And then you pay it to the channel.
And YouTube takes 30%.
And YouTube takes 30%. And then you get double taxed on it again.
Yes, again.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're stopping someone else from actually buying it in the first place.
Yeah.
Obviously, we like gifted ones, but not from you, Luce. It doesn't make fucking sense.
No, I know, thanks.
You might as well just turn around to Luce every month and be like, here's £1. Don't gift.
Just throw it out.
Because that's about as much as we make. Well, no, you're not making anything.
Well, it's been now, the amount of times Lucy's done it, it's a net loss now.
Just every time you pay it, just take a £5 off.
Thank you, Power Pilgrim, for the 5 gifted memberships.
It feels a soul in her pocket to gift it back. Stop.
Because she's been gifted. Just turn your gifteds off.
Fill that hole with something else.
You don't make fucking sense, Joe. Power Pilgrim, thank you for 5 gifteds. You don't make sense, Joe, to be fair.
No, but I do in my head.
She's got you there.
In my head, what I need is a whiteboard that I can just wheel over.
Why white? Jesus Christ, you said it's not
Because otherwise it'd be chalk dust everywhere, wouldn't it? Think about it. Jesus. You hate hoovering enough as it is.
I do.
Because I fucking don't. It's not that I don't hate it, I just don't do it.
I know, I'm aware.
So whiteboard's just a pen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, in my head, it makes sense. So I need to be able to draw a diagram of what is going on in here. And then you'll understand.
I don't think it's a big enough fucking whiteboard. Can you actually draw a picture of a monkey crashing 2 symbols together?
Probably.
Anyway, I'll say again, Power Pilgrim, thank you for the 5 gifted.
I hope, Power Pilgrim, that you invent and copyright the everlasting sausage roll.
What?
It's like an everlasting gobstopper, but the everlasting, it's just a sausage roll that never really goes down.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. It's just like a forever sausage roll.
I don't know if I'd like that or not. I'm a completionist. I like to finish my plate.
Yeah. It's like, I saw this picture of Homer. There's an episode of The Simpsons where he's got the everlasting donut.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't eat all of it, it grows back. And if he eats all of it, he goes to hell.
That'd be useless to me because I'd eat all of it straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Demogorgon, finally, for 5 gifted memberships. We're going to end on 61, Joe.
Thank you, Demogorgon. I hope that you have a wonderful steak lunch.
I love a steak lunch.
Can you buy, you can buy packs of meat?
Right? Yeah, yes, I'm aware.
Can you, you can buy a steak. Can you just buy a mixed grill bag?
Probably, somewhere. I wouldn't mind betting you get like mixed grill bags at like Costco.
Yeah. Fucking love a mixed grill.
This is Joe dropping hints again, chat. Anyway, we are now half an hour over as usual.
How many does put us on? That's supposed to 61 members. That gives me £61 to spend.
No, it doesn't. No, it
in
doesn't.
Forge World.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. It gives you 12.
And then he said that he times that by 10.
£12.
Times 10.
The more you talk, the less you're getting. That's us for today. That's us 2 hours into the Liam and Joe show. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. It was a bit impromptu all over the place. I just was excited about opening this up on stream and because he's fucking cool and I wanted you all to see it. So that is Lieutenant Titus, who will be on display in Hobby House when it opens in the near future.
Don't know what makes sense. That one gifted membership also cost Liam another 20p in my Forge World.
No, I said for every 5. So £1 for every 5. It doesn't work in decimals.
No.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so anyway, we are back this evening at 7:30 with another live game of 40k and another Thousand Suns preview. You'll see Joe's take on the Thousand Suns tonight as he pilots them against Dan and his new Imperial Knights.
Basically, I was like, how do I play this game but not tediously boring like Paddy?
we'll see if that's possible, won't we?
Yeah.
Joe did a lot of criticising Paddy on Tuesday. Now we'll see his own version of it.
I think playing with Thousand Suns is probably more fun than playing against them.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly.
I just find playing against Thousand Suns, maybe just Thousand Suns players.
But you'll see, like, my stomach's now talking to me. Can you shut up from it so I can say goodbye and we can go get some food? So thank you so much for hanging out with us, you wonderful human beings. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have, make sure you smash that like button before you disappear. You are all amazing people. Like I said, we're back this evening at 7:30 for a live game. Joe, Dan, Thousand Suns Knights, I think it is.
Well, it's Knights AdMech.
Knights AdMech, that detachment, because we're going to have some fun before we go home, get some rest and get ready to go to Warhammer World tomorrow and hang out with you wonderful people for a day. Joe will be there for most of the day. I'll be there for quite a while, but I need to get back and do an evening stream because we were sick and stuff like that.
There's no excuses. Just doesn't like you.
Yeah. Exactly why. So that's everything from us. Anything you want to say before we disappear, Jay?
I'm just disappointed that they didn't get me hundreds of pounds to spend in Warsworld.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's all right.
Well,
I'll get over it.
I think you're all amazing. Thank you so much for watching.
You're all wonderful, though.
We'll see you in the next one.
Love you, bye.
That's not what you say.
Bye, one other time.